With relapsing forms of MS, there's a
from the stands, how the fuck you?
We're A-Game, a 100% Black-owned company with an all-natural product and world-class customer service. We're headquartered in California, and we manufacture, package, and ship right here in the United States. We ship to more than 125 distributors worldwide. Normal processing is 2 to 3 days, and we employ virtual tracking until our product is received. So, no matter where you are in the world, here we come, and we're bringing your A-game.
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody who support this platform. Much love. I appreciate all the love and the support. If you are tuned in right now, make sure you go ahead and you hit that like button, man. Make sure you go ahead, you hit that like button on the way in. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. After y'all hit the like button, make sure y'all share the show. Share it on your community tab, your Discord server, Instagram, anywhere that you share videos, man. Make sure you share this video. Those are the first two ways you support the show. Hit the like button, hit the share button, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. If you hit the like button, if you hit the share button, appreciate it. This is your first time here. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. I appreciate all the new subscribers. I appreciate all of the new viewers. Everybody that's been coming through and supporting that I'm just getting to know, and that's just getting to know me. You know, I appreciate y'all. I really do. So shout out to y'all. Like I said, make sure y'all go ahead and make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And sometimes what you got to do, guys, is sometimes you got to hit that notification bell and then hit it again. Because, you know, sometimes a lot of people has been saying that they have to type my name in the search bar just to see if I'm live. So sometimes click the bell off and then click it back on, so you're notified every time I drop some new content. Shout out to the masculine mercenaries, man. Salute. Big salute to my whole A-Game family, man. Big salute to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I really do. And last but definitely not least, make sure y'all financially support the show. Make sure y'all financially support the show, man. You could do that by going to CashApp $Sheep Stay Sleep TV. It's CashApp $Sheep Stay Sleep TV is where you can go to financially support the show. To financially support the show. If you have any questions, any comments, put it through with your super chat and I will post them. All other donation links will be in the chat room. All other donation links will be in the chat room. Once again, salute to everybody that's in the building. I appreciate the love and the support. Make sure y'all like and y'all share this video. And we got another one today. We're going to do part 2. Part 2. If y'all didn't check out part 1, make sure y'all go and check part 1 out. I did part 1 yesterday where I basically broke down the situation that's going on with Joe Budden. And I kind of touched on what I really want to delve into today with fame without foundation. Part 2. And what does that look like? Today, we're going to talk about the Kwame Brown situation. But before we get into it, let me give y'all a little recap and explain what actually is fame without foundation. Fame without foundation is a man who has received this certain level of notoriety and don't come from a strong value system. You could tell that they value in all the wrong things. And you can tell what a person values by what they promote. Let me repeat that. You can tell what a person values by what they promote. You see? So these guys who receive fame, who get into this arena of sports, entertainment, and a lot of us get caught up in fame because, or like people say, we sell out to fame, like a lot of people say, which I debunked that yesterday in yesterday's stream. But fame without foundation leads to destruction. It leads to us continuously destroying ourselves, brothers. And that's what we saw with Joey. This is what Joe is getting ready to go down that rabbit hole again. And I talked about it in the video and the upload I did and yesterday's stream. So make sure y'all go check out part 1, Fame Without Foundation. And the foundation that's missing is a value system. Preferably a value system that suits the current conditions and meet the needs of our current conditions of our people. Because these dudes have values, they just value BS. And this is how you get guys like Joe Budden who say that they not for the industry, but put themselves right back in the industry to destroy themselves because they don't have a foundation, a strong foundation, which is SOS, which is systems, orders, and structure. But that first S system is a value system. Before you start thinking about how your money gonna work for you and how you gonna set up your household and all of that stuff, a man has to have a value system for his own life. And when you hear us talk about in this space how brothers need to put themselves first, that's nothing but value number 1, which is spiritual value, which is know thyself, which is knowledge of self. Which is knowledge of self and knowledge of God. That's spiritual value. To know thyself and to know God. That's spiritual value. That's spiritual value. That's the first S in SOS, a system. We have to have a value system. And a lot of brothers who get famous don't have that. They don't have a strong spiritual value. They are not strong and confident enough in themselves to know that they can make it outside of fame. See, a lot of guys, you know what you see going on in the space, you see a lot of guys latching on because they don't have strong spiritual value. They don't believe in themselves. They don't believe that brothers can get together and actually do it. That we don't need a figurehead. We don't need a face. We don't need that. Especially a face that we didn't choose. See, we don't need that. We can operate as a group, but we choose not to do that because we lack foundation. We lack spiritual foundation. We lack the knowledge of ourselves. And that's simply what fame without foundation is. So make sure y'all go check out part 1, man. But today we're going to get into what's been going on with Kwame Brown, man. Kwame Brown. Y'all done woke up a sleeping giant. That's what y'all did. See, Kwame ate a lot of crow because he was a young dude in the NBA and he couldn't speak up. And he constantly says this in his live streams that he couldn't speak up back then. You know, he couldn't defend himself because he was young. He was young. But now, and a lot of y'all are responding just like the industry type of dudes and the industry type of chicks, but it's really a lot of you dudes, man. It's crazy. Because see, I'm not really surprised that the women following the mainstream, because women are designed to do that. They nest in the environment that suits them. So that's why you don't really hear me saying anything about what the women are doing. Because they just doing some shit until they find something else to do. You know, I don't really look at it in depth like that when it comes to this whole fame situation. And salute to Kwame Brown, because Kwame Brown, he kind of alluded to that when he was talking about Jamel Hill from ESPN, because now she trying to get some clout. She trying to jump in and run her mouth, you know, because she trying to get that Me Too bag. But see, Kwame, he's smart. He already studied the game. He know how the system works. He understands the white man's SOS. He understands how the white man's system, order, and structure works. And he understands that a lot of our black women don't understand. They don't understand. And it's not meant for them to understand, because at the end of the day, they're supposed to be victims. Unknowingly, they're supposed to carry out the duty of the man who's creating the SOS for them. You see? But Kwame was letting her know, like, listen, he gave us some game, and he told her, listen, you going against me don't help you. In the end, it'll ultimately destroy you. You see? Don't think you're going to get some clout and some notoriety, or you might following these bozo dudes who's on the clout train, who need to keep their jobs, so they got a clout chase to keep their ratings up. Like the dudes in this space with no substance in their content, but they got to keep bullshit going on so they could keep people watching. It's the same thing. See, don't cry about mainstream now. Don't cry about the mainstream. We on YouTube, the biggest platform in the world. Why you crying about the mainstream? When all you gonna do is pander to the mainstream. See, this is what Kwame was explaining to Jamel Hill. You don't even understand what you're doing. You're destroying yourself while tearing me down. You're tearing me down when the black man is supposed to protect you, but you tearing the black man down who would protect you for white zaddy. And he was talking about how a lot of our women have a hand in doing what they're doing to us. Unknowingly. See? Some of them do, some of them don't. But he gave Jamel Hill, he gave her out because he know, Jamel Hill is she's washed up. She cannot go and do nothing unless she's in a masculine stance. Nobody wants to hear Jamel Hill talk about sports unless she's sitting next to Jalen Rose. She's not like Kerry Champion. She can't go nowhere and do nothing else. This is why she has to clout chase, because she has no foundation. Just like Stephen A. Smith. Now, Stephen A. Smith has made a living and has gotten famous off of degrading black men. That is why most of you dudes watch Stephen A's show. Because y'all want to hear what black man is he gonna bash next. And that's a goddamn shame. It's a goddamn shame that in 2021, black men are still using downtrodden black men to come up, just like the goddamn gynocrats that they learned it from. It's a shame that these dudes done been in the NBA. They've been in the industry. They know how these people move. They know how these people work. But you still choose to be a slave. You still choose to be a slave. You still choose to not be on code. This is why Kwame is getting that guy. He getting at everybody. Because he said for years he had to sit back and watch these black men run his goddamn name and brand through the mud. He had to sit back and eat that shit. Stephen A. Smith makes a living off of degrading black men. He makes a living off that shit. Nobody wants to really hear Stephen A. discuss sports. They want to hear who he's talking about. See, because if you want to hear guys explain the game, more of us like listening to Skip. Skip broke down the players objectively. Did he have a little bias in it? Yeah. But Stephen A. always went against his own kind. Stephen A. always went against his brothers. Always. He always find a reason to say something negative about LeBron. Always. He's been doing that shit for years. He's been riding LeBron James for years. And he's not giving him honest critique. He's hating on LeBron. He's hating on LeBron. Name one Caucasian player you saw Stephen A. put on a goddamn hot seat for years. Put him under the microscope for years. Name one Caucasian player you saw Stephen A. Smith do that to. He been talking about LeBron since LeBron been in the goddamn NBA. Talking shit about him. Talking shit about him. Talking shit. And it's not honest critique. It's hating shit. It's hateful shit. He tries to paint a picture of LeBron when you clearly don't know that man. This is what they pay Stephen A. Smith for. They don't pay him for his sports analysis. They pay him for his analysis on black men. And that's a problem. That's a problem because everything he says about black men is never beneficial. Never. Even when he says something good about LeBron, he take the shit back. And I see a couple of y'all in the chat who don't like LeBron. That's cool. That's cool. But what about staying on code? See, that's what Kwame was talking about. That's what Kwame Brown has a problem with these sellout Negroes. See, you're not a sellout because you get in the industry and get some money. That don't make you a sellout. That don't make you a sellout. If you're talented enough, why shouldn't you be in the NBA? If you're talented enough, why shouldn't you get a record deal and be signed to one of the biggest labels? Why shouldn't you if you have the talent? Why shouldn't you? Why shouldn't LeBron be playing in LA? Because y'all said so? Because y'all wanted him to stay in Cleveland? Ohio was a small market for basketball, for his brand. LeBron is a goddamn giant. He ain't no little peon. He's not Matt Barnes. Y'all want LeBron to do some shit Matt Barnes should have been doing. Matt Barnes could have grew Ohio and Akron and blew up their market and stayed there. Steven Jackson do shit like that. Role players. Role players. See, this is another reason why they need to shut up with their critiques. Kwame Brown was a #1 draft pick. He was a bust. He was. But who the hell is Matt Barnes? You see what I'm talking about? Who the hell is Matt Barnes? Who is that? Who is that? That Matt Barnes is the dude when you play 2K, you let him shoot from the half court at the end of the game. That's Matt Barnes. Steven Jackson is a role player. He's not a star. Steven Jackson is barely a goddamn all-star. These are role players. These are role players. Happy because they got some goddamn fame. Happy because they got some goddamn fame. Who cared about Steven Jackson until goddamn George Floyd died? Can y'all tell me who gave a damn about a stat 5 until George Floyd died? A lot of y'all didn't even know that was his brother. This is how much of a nobody Steven Jackson is. You only remember Steven Jackson for beating up fans with Jermaine O'Neal in them when he was in Indiana. That's what we know him for, beating up fans. That's what he's known for. And sitting on the bench on teams and winning championships. He's a role player. He was never a star. But you'll sit here and laugh at this man who was about 17, 18 years old and was a #1 draft pick. And because he was a bust, and because you need content, because they podcast over there is drying up, just like the Breakfast Club. We ain't even gonna call him DJ Envy no more. We gonna call him DJ Any. DJ Any and Charlotte Fruit. They washed up over there. All about the smoke. They Matt Barnes and Stack 5 podcast drying up. They drying up over there. And the reason why that they're drying up is because it's a new sports podcast on the rise. I think it's called I Am an Athlete with Brandon Marshall, Fred, what's his name? Fred Taylor, I think his name is. He used to be the running back for Jacksonville. Bunch of retired dudes. You got an NBA player over there too. What's his name? Something Chandler, not Tyson Chandler, but it's another Chandler. He got dreads, light-skinned dude with dreads. Their podcast is moving up. This is why Matt Barnes and Stack 5's podcast, the numbers is dropping. So they got a clout chase. So that's why they chose to talk about Kwame, to clout chase. But look at what they did. See, this is what happens when mainstream idiots, mainstream slaves, mainstream media slaves try to come into the internet world or come into this YouTube game and don't know how shit works. And what they tried to do with Kwame is doing the reverse effect. Because now Kwame done started him a YouTube channel and he live every couple of hours. So they tried to get numbers off of him when he already had his stuff set up. And once he went live and started firing on him, come on, man, go look at the live. Everybody screen sharing, screen recording, all his lives. He not flagging you or none of that. He letting you he letting you rock. The name of his channel was called Kwame Brown Bust Life. BUST Life. And if y'all go and check his channel out, he been speaking out about the NBA. He been speaking out about a lot of things that's going on in the industry. See, they done woke up a sleeping giant because Kwame is a man with foundation. See, you can't say you a man standing on your See, you know what happened? You know what happened? And I'm starting to see that with a lot of these dudes in this space. A lot of these dudes, now that the women are here to stay, a lot of these dudes are comfortable with coming out and admitting to being tricks. You see? Now they're self-admitting to tricking and simping. Now it's not about men having a standard. Now it's not about that no more. Now it's about you could just do whatever you want. But don't you dudes complain about women being reckless, women being wild and unruly, but y'all living the same kind of goddamn way. Y'all out here living like women. And I ain't talking about all women. I'm talking about the women that you Negroes complain about. See, don't get up here and get on your live and talk about hyenas and gynocrats, but then you turn around and okay gynocratic activity being done by men. Don't do that. Because what you're doing is you're showing yourself to be a Matt Barnes type of dude. That's what you're doing. This is the problem here. You dudes are going back on all the shit that was said in this space. You dudes are uprooting that shit. You're uprooting it. Men staying on code. Men following morals and principles. Men being upright. All this shit was said when I first got here. All this stuff was being promoted when I was watching the space. Now, these same dudes who was getting on panels promoting certain shit about men. Because, see, you can't be, this is why, now I'm starting to see why y'all throwing out the red pill. Because you can't say you red pill and don't have morals and principles. This is why y'all don't want to be red pill no more. Because you want to throw your morals out the window so it's okay for you to be a goddamn trick. Something you said you never was. I keep telling y'all, stop capping around here. All this fake macking, all this fake pimping, cut that shit out. Because y'all exposing yourselves. Because what y'all really want is fame. Y'all want attention from these women. Just like these hip-hop artists. You want fame here on YouTube. That's what you want. You want fame. You want all it takes to know your name. And this is why they dragging you dudes. Because you ain't got no foundation. Your foundation is your wallet. When your foundation is supposed to be the internal 5 of the 10 life values, which is your spiritual value, which is having morals, which is having principles, which is having integrity, which is showing respect and loyalty to your fellow brother. All that encompasses spiritual value. So where's your foundation? What does your behaviors rest upon? Peace to the God King. He spoke about wisdom today on his show. Wisdom is what? The actions to show proof of knowledge. So if you saying you know some shit, then why you acting a certain way? If you saying you know some shit, or you saying you got game, why you still here falling victim to these women? Why you dudes get caught in the back scenes for tricking? Huh? If you know so much. That's why they say wisdom is the application of knowledge. So if you applying what you know, then why you still acting and saying the shit that you saying? If you know going the fame route never worked for brothers, I'm talking about in a large number. We're not talking about your selects. We got the Jay-Z's, we got the 50 Cents, we got the Rick Rosses, we got the Pharrells, we got them. And there's going to be more groups of them. But there's more common men and men who are not in that realm than men who are. This is why you got a bunch of people wanting to be YouTube famous with no foundation. This is why you get exposed, because you ain't got no foundation. Soon as these women start talking to y'all, y'all start melting. You start melting. You start getting warm. Start getting warm inside. Shout out to Heels In. Appreciate you, family. He said, just enter and join the channel. Y'all do what my family said, man. Join the channel. And that's because y'all seeking validation. What do you think fame is? The people who seek fame around here, that's validation. We've been talking about, all this female validation, all this female validation. Well, you want validation from Master. And so did she. You idiot. You trying to get validation from the gynocracy, and the gynocracy is looking for validation from the white patriarchy. You a goddamn slave. You a slave. And you know why you don't realize you a slave? Because you ain't got no foundation. Because you threw your principles away. You threw away spiritual value. You threw it away and exchanged it for a check. This is why you're getting ran through. This is why your dudes is getting in the industry and getting ramrodded. That's why you're getting ramrodded. You're running around somewhere being somebody's boy toy. Running around here door dashing your ass. Because you want fame, because you lack a foundation. See, you can't say you a goddamn man if you don't have a value system. If you don't have a system in which you live your life upon. You can't say you a man. You just a dude with some money. Looking to trick. Looking to be a victim. Fools. Y'all got manhood wrong. See, this is how I know the type of dudes y'all are with women. The majority of y'all dudes are tricks. Hey, baby, what can I buy you? Hey, baby, you want that? Hey, baby, you need that? Hey, baby, you need something? You ain't no men. Y'all not no men. Because y'all disregard what makes a man a man. You think your job make you a man. And you paying all the bills make you a man. That makes you an adult, brother. You're an adult. That's what you are. You are an adult. You live alone, so you take care of everything. You're an adult. You're not a man. You're not a man until you oppose some shit. Until you take care of some shit outside of your goddamn self, Negro. You ain't no man until you do that. Until other people are dependent on you. You ain't no man sitting out here just worrying about you. Yeah, you're an adult. You're an adult. You're not a man. Who depends on you? Who you show and prove to? Just you? That don't make you a man. What makes you a man is who you passing your knowledge on to. Who are you help building? Huh? If you ain't doing that, you ain't no man, bro. You just an adult. You gotta teach people some shit. You gotta change some lives and cause some effect in people's life before you could say you a man. Come on, bro. You thinking like a white boy. Yeah, I'm gonna get real. I'm gonna get real uncut this show. I ain't gonna be doing too much cursing, but I'm gonna say what it is. A lot of you dudes think like white boys. This is why y'all keep talking about y'all money and all these statistics and shit, because that's what the white boy taught you. That's how the white boy live. The white boy can't get no vagina unless he pay for it. That's why they got to take care of their goddamn wife and pay for everything, so she could feel comfortable giving him head at night. And a lot of y'all black men took up that mentality. This is why you attack brothers like Kwame Brown, who don't suffer from the mentality of white supremacy. See, I told y'all when I first came in this place what white supremacy was. That's why they didn't like me over there in the conscious community. Because I told them white supremacy is a mindset. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. Malcolm told you years ago, you got to get that white man out your head. See, getting up here talking some cute shit is cool. But when the pressure gets put on, what you do? What you do? I'm following master. I'm following master. When master come around and start handing out checks, master, where's mine? I worked. You're not gonna pay me? That's you. That's Matt Barnes. That's Steven Jackson. That's Charlemagne the God. That's DJ Envy. DJ Any. Because he like it in him. DJ Enema. That's his name. DJ Enema. All these dudes are like that because they don't have a proper foundation. They live and die. They live and they believe and they gonna die in this system. And they don't want nobody who's opposed of this system to get any money. Just like you little bozos here on YouTube who tries to suppress the content creators who's not following the path of Lord Fanny Pack. It's the same thing. And I don't understand why a lot of you guys can't see it. We're dealing with the industry right here on YouTube. We're dealing with industry politics. We're dealing with industry politics. See, the industry don't make sellouts. Let me repeat that. The industry doesn't make sellouts. These are people, as preferably men, who have no foundation, who have no SOS. They don't have no system. They don't have no order or no structure. So guess what? When you get in the industry, they have a SOS for your ass. And either you gonna follow that or you can't eat. So this is where you hear, oh, he's sold out. No, he's following the protocols of the industry. He's following the SOS that Zaddy created for the industry, for his industry. See, because SOS deals with what? Masculine energy. That's why you got a lot of sweet boys in the industry. Because who run the industry are men. The SOS that is established is by men. Because only men can establish SOS. Are y'all following me now? See, this is what Kwame is telling little bozos like Stack 5, like Matt Barnes, like little Charlemagne, DJ Enema. He's trying to tell them, you are a boy. Y'all can't say shit to me because I established my own SOS. I saw one video, he said, boy, he told Matt Barnes, he said, boy, I just got off my tractor, boy. Which one of you own a tractor? He said, I just cut all 6 of my acres my damn self. Boy, which one of y'all own a tractor? That's how he carrying it. He don't even pay people to cut his grass. That's how he carrying it. Because he a man. He was raised how to be a man. Foundation. I do business with them people. I don't kiss them folks' ass. Y'all do. And see, that's what I realized a lot of you dudes in this space never wanted to do. You never wanted to get up there and really compete with them white boys and do business with them. That's why I love niggas like Jay-Z. That's why I love 50 and his business, how aggressive he is business-wise. I love that about 50. I love that about 50. He's aggressive business-wise. I like that about him. Because he gonna go in them offices and he gonna get what he asked for. He may negotiate a couple thousand less, but I'm gonna get what I want. That ballpark figure, they're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. But what you Negroes gonna do? Hey, what you got for me, daddy? Just like a little streetwalker who walk up to the car to a John. What you got for me, daddy? That's you dudes. That's Matt Barnes. What you got for me, daddy? I got something for you. That's y'all. That's y'all. No foundation. None. None. None at all. And this shit is despicable. It's despicable, man. That time after time again, we got black men attacking other black men for white zaddy. When we gonna talk about that? See, y'all don't want to talk about that though. Y'all want to talk about that. And I know a couple of y'all might get down in the comment section and be like, well, you was attacking Kevin. Excuse me, Kevin works for white zaddy, monkey. Kevin don't work for black men. He worked for white zaddy. You fool. You fool. So please get in my comment section and embarrass yourself. All you Samuelites. That's what I'm going to call y'all. Samuelites. Get in the comment section and make yourself look stupid. Go ahead. And I know some of y'all, oh, well, you know, Kwame Brown, he shouted out Kevin Samuels. But guess who else he shouted out? See, this is what I mean about dudes being fake and acting like little industry whores. Oh, Kwame Brown shouted out Kevin Samuels. He also shouted out Tommy Sotomayor. And he actually said that he wants Tommy and Kevin to sit down and have a goddamn conversation so they could stop going at each other online. Did you say that? Solo TV 84? Monkey boy? Little clout chaser? Did you say that? Did you say he shouted out Tommy? You ain't say that, did you? You didn't say that he want them to stop going at each other. That black men don't need to be doing that in mainstream media. How these folks don't need to see us doing this shit. Because that's what gives them the political okay to keep us goddamn oppressed. Say that, Solo TV 84. Hot dog water drinking ass boy. Tired of you frauds. That's why I roast y'all. Because y'all frauds. You want to sit here and put Kevin in your title so the algorithm could go crazy. Now all of a sudden, the black manosphere hate Tommy Sotomayor. Now all of a sudden it's an onslaught against Tommy. Don't say Tommy. Niggas is goofy. Goofy. That's because you dudes want fame. You want fame. You want fame and you're not even prepared for it. Because your Lord and Savior, Mr. Fanny Pack, he's not even ready for fame. Because he lack a foundation. A masculine foundation, which is SOS. That's why he went and did the Tasha K interview, and he said in the interview how stuff was hurting his feelings. My feelings was hurt when I were reading some of the things from these black men. My feelings were hurt. My feelings were hurt. They're coming out with all these things. My feelings are hurt. Welcome to fame, chump. Welcome to fame, chump. That's what happens when you don't go outside as a little boy and be able to be outside with other boys. That's what happens. You start crying, oh, he's talking about me. He's cracking jokes on me. Grown-ass 50-year-old men that can't take critique. But he need to be a leader, though. He need to be a leader, though. But he can't take no critiques. But he need to represent us. Fame without foundation. You see? You don't have knowledge yourself. What you talking about? And a lot of you dudes don't have knowledge yourself. What you have is the white man's knowledge that he printed up in them books. That's what y'all really have. Y'all don't have knowledge of self. You don't know who you are. You don't know your purpose to this universe. You don't know. You need to get them lessons. Go to Case. Make sure y'all lost dudes. Go subscribe to Came to God so you can get the lessons. To you dudes that's listening, make sure y'all subscribe here. Because within the 10 life value system is the lessons. See, truth is universal. Truth is universal. Huh? Came to God is teaching the 120 on his channel. The lessons. What each number means. And he gonna go through 1 through 10. How many values do we have in our value system, family? This is the 10 life value system. Stop playing with me. Y'all stop playing with me. We not playing over here. Truth is universal. We got 10 life values, and we're going to learn 1 through 10. We're going to do the knowledge. 1 through 10. Ha. 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 See, I ain't got to run around here and do all that flashy shit. Because the truth is universal. The truth is universal. The truth is universal. Peace to the gods and earths. What y'all talking about? Y'all want to keep playing, though? Y'all want to keep playing, right? Like it's a game? We ain't playing no games over here. Shout out to Kenneth Nash, man. Salute. He said, DS1, salute, bro. Keep bringing that heat. You already know, bro. Shout out to Kenneth Nash. Day one supporter, man. Shout out to T Church, man. He said, these guys doesn't understand that stats are meant to be changed. That's a fact. And a lot of the stats are trumped up numbers. Because you got to remember the war is spiritual, it's psychological. So they'll put some trumped up numbers in front of you to mess with your head. They put numbers in front of you to mess with your head. That's how they getting everybody to take the goddamn COVID shot, by telling you the number of deaths. And you don't know the exact goddamn number. Neither do they. But your ass gonna go and take that shot because they told you over 500,000 people died. Over 500,000 people died that they can't even prove. Because it's always an estimation. An estimation means I'm going to tell y'all what the hell I want to tell y'all it is. See, y'all need to learn something about business. That's what an estimated amount is. An estimated amount is a ballpark figure with a little bit of sauce on it for him. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. We got business people in here. If you're a mechanic and you tell a woman, well, the estimated price for this job is such and such. That's what your time, how much you charge plus a little extra sauce on it. That's an estimated. That's estimations. It's what the hell I say it is. Silly Negroes. So as long as you think based on some bullshit numbers, because they'll never give you the real numbers. Most businessmen are not that honest. They're not going to give you the real numbers. They're going to show you what they want you to see. Okay? If you're not the boss, you don't really know what's going on. Only the boss knows. And we all know this if you ever work for a boss. Especially if you had a boss in the streets. He tell you, listen, bring me this percentage off of what I gave you. So you don't never know what the hell he make off it. You could guess, you could estimate it. You see? This is how they get silly Negroes. Shout out to the Crimson Cure for joining the channel. I appreciate you. Much love to you. See, but y'all don't understand that shit. So y'all think the Breakfast Club is still doing numbers. You think because they could get celebrities up there that they're actually doing numbers. The numbers that we see and the numbers that they supposed to do is two different goddamn things. See, you got to remember the Breakfast Club is nothing but a show that is on a radio channel. So you have to meet quotas. We all know that because we had jobs. When you work for somebody in the streets or out the streets, there's a quota. That quota is bring me back this from this. I ain't gonna say no numbers. But bring me this back from this. That's a quota. You have to meet that quota. So you think Charlemagne and them ain't got quotas to meet? You think Matt Barnes and them little podcasts don't got numbers to meet when they got sponsors and people who's paying for the production? This is why Dame came up there and told them, y'all are bums. Because y'all don't own nothing. Y'all up here running y'all mouth on somebody else's dime. You ain't invest nothing into yourself. This is why they got to meet a quota for somebody else and not their own. Why Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes ain't put their own money up and that be their own production? And then they get to sit down and look at the numbers. See, this is how you know Joe Budden sold his mans in them out. He sold Rory and Mal out. Because Joe, that was his shit. But Joe didn't want to show Rory and Mal the numbers because I believe Joe had a secret partner. And he never told Rory and Mal. And he could have brought this business partner later on down the line. And now he has to pay them. Now there's someone cutting into their bag to help Joe with some shit he don't know about. But Joe can't come out and say that. He feel like he can't come out and say that. Why? Because then he'll look like a goddamn hypocrite, just like most of you dudes in this space. That's why you couldn't come out and say, yeah, we're in allegiance with these women. Couldn't come out and say that in the beginning. See? That's why Joe couldn't admit to his friends he was shitting on them. Because it would show him to be a fraud. All the shit he been saying about the industry and how these people do content creators. And then he became one of them dudes. And Kwame is doing nothing but calling them out. See, this is how you know when you're dealing with a fake dude. A fake dude is a dude who will disregard you telling the truth just to say you don't like another person. That's a hater. That's a hater, and that's a fraud. That's a fake dude. And a lot of these dudes around here are like that. They're trying to muddy up the waters of truth so it could suit them, so they could still hang out with these other frauds. It's sad. It's sad, man. But I knew these women was going to come in here and expose y'all. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. It's sad, man. It's sad. And these are the same women that y'all say work for White Zaddy. Y'all let them in. Hey, come on in. Sad. That's why now you've been hearing lately in the space, oh, why they talking about a gynocracy? It ain't no such thing as no gynocracy. And ain't no such thing as a gynocracy until you niggas' platforms don't exist no more. Then it'll be a gynocracy, right? It'll be a gynocracy when your voice don't matter in this space no more, right? Right? Huh? It ain't gonna be no gynocracy then. Right? When they ain't here running shit and they got you bozos working for them. Modding and taking cash apps and shit for them. Like they used to do us. Huh? See, this is what happens when you a clout chaser and a fame whore. You ain't got no foundation. You ain't got no manhood about you. It's because you out here getting money don't make you a man. That makes you Jonathan. That don't make you a man. That makes you Jonathan. That's who it makes you. Jonathan. Not a man. It makes you Jonathan. Oh, henpeck dude. Oh, watery, oh, loose pockets having type of dude. Anytime you go somewhere, you looking for a little trick escapade. You're looking for a little trick escapade. Everywhere you go, chasing your little meat. Everywhere you go. But then you get online and talk about these women riding the cock carousel. No foundation. None. None. No SOS. No system, no order, no structure. And you hear the women saying it. The women are coming out on these panels and saying it. Y'all men don't know how to build shit. Y'all don't know how to structure nothing. Y'all ain't got no order. All y'all doing is arguing. They calling us out. They're telling us, well, listen, guys, y'all are on borrowed time because if y'all don't get to building anything, we're coming to take the shit. We might as well take it. Y'all don't want it. That's what they're going to say. And y'all going to be sad and salty. They don't know. They can't be taking things from men. What makes them think they could take things from men? We're men. No, you're a mouse. You're a mouse. Because all she did was put a little picture up there and you start giving her money. You're a mouse. You're not a man. You're a mouse. You're a little monkey. You're a pet monkey. That's what you are. You're a pet monkey. Women love little monkeys too. They love monkeys. Ask a woman. Ask a Ask an attractive woman. If she could get an exotic animal, what would she get? She gonna tell you a monkey. She gonna tell you it's a monkey. And you know why they never get no monkeys? Because they can't afford to buy them. So they go down to the local gas station and get one of you goofy ass niggas. They go get one of you goofy ass truck driving dudes who think you the man because you make $100,000 a year. And then she have your ass in the back of your truck with your boots off, with your legs in the air. Sponsored by you. Your cornball. This is what happens when you don't have no foundation. Stop running around here telling these women, I'm a man. I'm a man. You not a man. You not a man because you mad because she won't give you her attention. You not a man. You a boy. You're a little monkey. You're a pet monkey. That's what you are. You want to be the teacher's pet. Y'all are monkeys. And that's how they look at y'all. Like little monkeys. Like little monkeys. They trying to get their little cobra. The one that's going to go around and attack all the dudes. Because they know you dudes are weak. They know that already, man. And you know what makes you weak, brother? You don't have no foundation. You're not rooted in anything solid. You believe more in your goddamn job than you believe in yourself. Your job make you a man, boy. See, that's what Kwame was telling Matt Barnes. Your job make you a man, boy. And you know that's true for Matt Barnes because Derek Fisher was slaying his wife. He was slaying his wife. His wife like that point guard peen. His wife like that point guard peen. she like championship point guards, Matt. And not the one that came off the bench, Matt. You're a bench player. She went and leveled up off of Jonathan. Boy. Because that's what you are, Matt. You're a Jonathan. She used you. Boy. You're a Jonathan. He gonna pay all these bills. I'ma drive the car that he bought me over to your house. See? Because you think money make you a man. No, money makes you Jonathan. Ask Matt Barnes. He was driving home crying in the car. Speeding on the freeway, trying to catch Derek Fisher in the act. He tried to catch Derek Fisher in the act. He got to the house, he jumping over the gates and shit, mad, crying. You're Jonathan, boy. You're Jonathan. Because you thought being in the NBA and having all this money made you a man. It doesn't. It doesn't, boy. That just means you got a job. See? Matt is a little boy. He's a chump. And then you got Mr. Pump and Dump, Steven Jackson. He a pump and dump nigga. Just like his brother was, George Floyd, God bless the dead. He was a porn star. That nigga used to do porn. Pump and dump. Dudes with what? No foundation. They are lacking the internal 5 of the 10 life value system. These dudes are initially lacking knowledge of self, which is spiritual value. Because you signed up to be a walking penis. That comes from slavery. You see? Which changed, and I'm going to do a whole nother show about this, which changed our biology, our culture, and our environment, which is what? The acronym that the Crimson Cure have been talking about lately. Shout out to you. Shout out to my brother, the Bishop. Biocult irons. See, I'm gonna talk about it from what happened to us. You see? Steven Jackson was Mr. Pump and Dump. Like his brother. His brother was in porn. You see? Bed bucks. Either you a trick or you a bed buck. Or you a sweet boy. This is the route you go when you're searching for fame, or you get fame without foundation. Because his SOS is economic and mental slavery. That's what the white boy's SOS equates to for us. This is why he's made it okay for us to be walking dicks. Go and slaw out. Go be a dick. Because that's what you was in slavery. That's what you was in slavery. The BBC, the big black cock, bed buck cock, bed buck cock. Y'all don't hear me though. Bed buck cock. Y'all don't notice how the whole porn industry is geared toward slave sex. It's all slave sex. Interracial, all that is slave sex. Debauchery. And it's being promoted through our athletes and entertainers who have no foundation. And they'll even pay the new guys to come in and continue to promote it. You see? Oh, man. But I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. Much love to y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Jay Speaks. She said DS1, my main channel was still blocked. Jay Speaks. I don't see your channel blocked, Jay Speaks. And you know, I don't really want to get into it, but it's a lot of little BS going on with your name, Jay Speaks. You know what I'm saying? So right now, just keep rocking on your channel that you could rock on my channel until I find out what's really going on. You know, I'm not blaming you for nothing. You support me. That's cool. You cool with me. You cool with a lot of other people I know. But like I said, it's a lot going on with that Jay Speaks account. And I need to find out some more things before I proceed with all of this, because it's just a bunch of bullshit, Jay Speaks. And you could tell from my content, I'm not really with that goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm hearing a lot of stuff. Your name is getting caught up in shit. And, I really don't want that over here. I don't want that over here. And I don't tolerate it over here. But I move a certain way. So once I need to see what I need to see, then I will proceed. But until then, you good. Stay as Jay Speaks Live. You good. You feel me? But shout out to everybody in the building. Once again, Jay Speaks, I appreciate the donation. Yeah. Shout out to Let's See in the building. What's up, Let's See? Let's see you. You know what I'm saying? Let's see you. Shout out to my brother Shango in the building. Shout out to the #1 grinder. Shout out to the #1 grinder in the building. Van Gogh the painter. Salute. Shout out to Ray in the building. JLJ. What's up, JLJ? Peace to the God, Torrance V. Shout out to everybody, man. Salute. Shout out to my man Sir in the building. Salute to my brother Sir. But I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. Much love to y'all. I appreciate all the love and the support. If you enjoyed the show, donate to the show. Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV is where you can go. It's Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV is where you can go to financially support the show. If you have financially supported the show, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate the likes and the shares. If you haven't yet, make sure you like the stream. Make sure you share the stream. And as we know, here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, this channel and this episode has been sponsored by A-Game. A-Game, a male herbal solution. This is a solution for us men that promotes optimal health. Optimal health, fellas. Remember, health value is the #2, is the second value. The second most important value of our lives, brothers, should be our health. So become an A-Gamer and join this A-Game lifestyle that promotes optimal health. You can do that by hitting the link in the description box. And at your checkout, type in promo code SHEEP in the number 10 to get a discount off on your purchase. That's SHEEP in the number 10 to get a discount off on your purchase. I appreciate all the love once again. Shout out to everybody in the building. Salute to everybody that came through. Much love to y'all. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And before we get up out of here, remember, brothers, we are our own agency. We are our own agency. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
When I'm training for professional competitions, men and women always ask me for advice. To women, I say push yourself harder than you ever have before and go beyond your comfort zone. Focus on your goals. Men, if I am willing to push myself to become Mr. Olympia in 2022, then I only have one thing to say to you. Bring your A game.